Since 2020, Balancer has been using its native token BAL as a governance token. With it, liquidity providers or LPs were able to vote on proposals and participate actively in the community. The BAL token and the system under it, however, had their weaknesses. BAL minting is not automated and the inflation schedule is not yet locked forever. BAL holders also do not have any direct power over how BAL liquidity mining gets distributed, and there's no mechanism of distribution of protocol level fees. So, what can be done to address these problems? Well, Balancer will utilize Curve's VE or Vote as Crowed system and implement staking or locking in its ecosystem. How? LPs who provide liquidity to the 80-20 BAL ETH pool will receive BPT, which represents their share of that specific pool. These can then be locked to receive veBAL. These tokens can be locked for any amount of time between 1 week and 1 year. Once LPs receive their veBAL, they will now be able to help govern Balancer protocol as well as gain all the benefits of the new veBAL system. So what are the benefits of the veBAL system? Well, BAL holders who have a long-term view on Balancer are actually rewarded. And BAL won't just be staked idly, but actually within a BAL pool, thus keeping it liquid. More specifically, veBAL will carry with it governance power. This means all votes will be done using veBAL. veBAL will also have a weight on the on-chain gauge system to determine liquidity mining distribution, meaning veBAL token holders will now have a say in which pools receive BAL from liquidity mining. The amount of veBAL used to vote for a pool will also determine how much share of BAL minted every week each pool receives. In this new system, all liquidity mining BAL minted will be distributed through the gauge system. These gauge systems allow LPs to stake their Balancer pool token and periodically claim their BAL from liquidity mining. How much BAL each LP will receive depends on how much the pool they are providing liquidity to receives, what share of the pool's liquidity they have, and the boost applied to their LP share based on how much veBAL they hold. This system will also have different gauge types, with each type getting a fixed percentage of the BAL supply minted weekly. Currently, the proposed types are Liquidity Mining Committee, veBAL, Ethereum mainnet pools, Polygon pools, and Arbitrum pools. The Liquidity Mining Committee will get 10%, and they will not accumulate BAL, but they will use this to grant liquidity mining to strategic partnerships for Balancer protocol. This way, the partners will collect veBAL to ensure they get liquidity mining through their own gauge. veBAL will also get 10%. This is BAL that will be given to veBAL holders. This gauge type helps veBAL holders avoid dilution and compensates for the impermanent loss risk of LPing. Ethereum mainnet pools will get 56%, Polygon pools 17%, and Arbitrum pools 7%. This may also change later on according to the veBAL voting power each pool gauge receives from veBAL holders. veBAL will also play a role in protocol revenue distribution. That is, veBAL holders will get 75% of protocol revenues collected by the protocol fee collector, while the other 25% will be kept by the DAO treasury. With the new system, there will also be a new BAL inflation schedule proposed. Instead of 145,000 BAL distributed per week for the coming years, the inflation will be halved every 4 years. This way, the Balancer ecosystem will be more sustainable, and the final BAL supply will reach as much as 94 million BAL. To summarize, veBAL will carry with it governance power, have weight on the on-chain gauge system to determine liquidity mining distribution, have different gauge types with each type getting a fixed percentage of the BAL supply minted weekly, play a role in protocol revenue distribution, and impose a new inflation schedule. Besides these, veBAL also encourages token holders to support Balancer over the long term instead of speculating short term. Also, it has a plug-and-play compatibility with Curve's ecosystem, so using the same VE tokenomics as Curve will allow teams like Yearn, Element, Convex, and so many others to become part of Balancer's ecosystem. This also saves time and effort for developers, as they can focus on pool primitives and making Balancer easier to integrate with. This also motivates other DAOs to take a position in Balancer beyond just token swaps. Similar to protocols purchasing CRV to have a say in the curve wars, having protocols aligned with Balancer through veBAL will allow for the utility and usage of Balancer to increase as well. Balancer, your automated portfolio manager and trading platform. Put your crypto assets to work and get the best prices for trades.